Assalamualaikum and a very good morning to all the audience who joined this forum. I'm Nona Rihana Binti Mazlan and I am feeling excited to be your moderator for our discussion today. Now, I want all of us to sit back and think about what's happening to our surroundings, how worse plastic pollution in our country has become, what will happen to all the plastic waste that we have thrown out, how much money can we make by selling all the plastics from home. Today's forum, we will discuss mainly about plastic pollution and how we can adopt a sustainable consumption practice. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce our panelists briefly before we begin. Each of them has contributed significantly to today's topic. Dr. Nurisma binti Naim is a well-known environmental marine scientist in Malaysia, and she will talk about the impacts of microplastic on our country. Doctor, how are you feeling today?
I'm feeling very great today. Thank you.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you, Doctor. Now let's welcome the next panelist, Mrs. Noor Aisha binti Zaiful Izam Shah, the CEO of Malaysian Recycling Alliance, Maria Berhad, a company that persistent in adopting circular economy. I feel so honored to invite you in our forum today.
Thank you, Miss Nabiha. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for inviting me. I'm very grateful for this opportunity.
Okay, lovely. Thank you, madam. Moving on to our third panelist, Dr. Siti Aisha binti Muhammad Nasruddin. She's also one of the best known for her idea on introducing AI-driven technology in plastic industry. Are you feeling delighted to share your thoughts in today's forum?
Absolutely. I'm ready to discuss.
Okay, thank you, Doctor. It's a very pleasure to meet you. Last but not least, our one and only economist, Sir Aaron, son of Abraham. How about you, sir? Are you ready to share your idea in this discussion?
Thank you, Nabiha, and good morning, my fellow panelists. I'm really excited and looking forward for today's forum.
Okay, all right, great. Thank you, sir. Now that the audience already know all panelists today, let's dive right into the discussion. So let's begin with the first section. While some of us may already familiar with plastic pollution, others might want to understand more about its consequences. Let's start with an important and big question. Let's invite our first panelist, Dr. Isma. How does the improper disposal of plastic waste like straws, containers, and bottles affect Malaysia's environment, especially its rivers?
Good day, everyone. Thank you, Ms. Nabiha, for inviting me to this forum. To answer your question, the improper disposal of single-use plastic like straws and takeout containers has severely impacted Malaysian rivers. These rivers, which naturally transport nutrients to the ocean, are increasingly clogged with plastic waste. These plastic disrupt water flow and create blockages in which can cause severe pooling during storm, leading to flash floods. Dr. Pravina Nair, who is the Deputy Director of the Clean Technology Impact Lab at Taylor's University, highlights the long-term accumulation of plastic waste doesn't just worsen flooding. It permanently alters river patterns, damaging ecosystem and amplifying flood risk even during moderate rainfall. This problem stemming from inadequate waste management has really put our environment at risk.
That's a very alarming situation. Let's dig a little deeper into this topic. Based on what I read on many research papers, plastic can break down over time into microplastics due to exposure to sunlight. In your point of view, Dr. Isma, how microplastics can be one of the causes into this issue and give impacts on ecosystems as well as our well-beings?
You are absolutely right. Microplastics are the hidden dangers that compounds the problem. As plastic breaks down into these tiny particles, they enter water bodies to natural water flow and their ability to stuck to surfaces, as noted by Dr. Rajanurini, an environmental researcher from University Technology Malaysia. Once in the water, these microplastics are ingested by aquatic organisms which disrupt the ecosystem and harm biodiversity. But the issue doesn't end there. Studies for microplastic in Biozog at UKM revealed that 86% of fish sampled from Malaysian coastal water contain microplastic in their digestive system. This is alarming because seafood is a dietary staple for many Malaysians, meaning these contaminants are making their way up to the food chain and into our meal. When Malaysians consume seafood contaminated with microplastic, they are exposed to harmful chemicals like bisphenol A, BPA, which commonly used in the making of plastics. Dr. K. Sudesh Kumar, a professor of applied microbiology at University Science Malaysia, noted that BPA disrupt hormone, impact fertility, and poses long-term health risks. This toxic accumulates in marine life and our body, making plastic pollution not just environmental crisis, but also a public health emergency. Therefore, addressing plastic pollution is critical to safeguard the environment and the health of current Malaysian and the future generation. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing your opinion, Doctor. This discussion makes it clear that plastic pollution isn't just a fact environmental, it's also a concern to our health and quality of life. The big question is, what can we do to change this narrative? Let's move on to the next section. In this part, we will discuss innovative solutions to tackle this issue. Stay with us as our panelists share their thoughts on how we can address this challenge. There are many NGOs who are contributing in reducing plastic pollution that keeps on escalating. In fact, they also step out in innovating circular economy by recycling mounting plastic waste in Malaysia. Alam Flora Sendirian Berhad and WWF Malaysia, for example, are one of the private company and NGOs that are in the solution to solve this crisis. Our goal is to drive a circular economy where waste is collected, recovered, and reintroduced to end users. This was stated by the RISE KL Facility Manager, Ismi Azura, on the Malaysian Reserve in 2024. As a dedicated and persistent CEO, Madam Aisha, does shifting to circular economy gives impactful solution?
Yes, thank you, Miss Nabiha, for the question, and what a great explanation. So, as a CEO of Amaria Berhad, allow me to explain in more detail about how closing the loop in circular economy was shifting from a linear economy to circular economy is critical for achieving a sustainable, waste-free nature. The linear model take, make, dispose relies heavily on the extraction of finite resource leading to the excessive waste, environmental degradation, and greenhouse gas emission. In contrast, the circular economy seeks to close the loop by designing product and system to keep material in the continuous use, mimicking nature's circle where waste become a resource. This transition involves three key principles: designing out waste and pollution, keeping product and material in use, and degrading natural system. For example, instead of producing single-use plastic items that end up in the landfill or oceans, manufacturing in a circular economy design product for durability, repairability, and recyclability. This allows resources like plastic to be reused repeatedly rather than discharged after one use. Implementing this shift requires systematic change across industry. For instance, manufacturing can adopt extend produce responsibility EPR, taking accountability for the entire life cycle of their product, including post-consumer waste management. Government can introduce deposit return scheme to the incentive consumer to recycle, while the industry can collaborate to share recycling infrastructure and expertise.
Okay, thank you, Madam Aisha. Indeed, we are thinking the same way. EPR, or Extended Producer Responsibility, makes plastic producers responsible for the end-of-life management of their products. We should indeed use other countries as an example and standard for us to develop a sustainable city. Which country has successfully applied this principle, Madam?
What a great question, Miss Nabiha. As example that we can see, countries like Sweden and Germany demonstrate the success of this shift such as Germany Green Dot system promote efficient waste separation and recycling, achieving recycling rate above 60%. It proven Green Dot system and high recycling rate demonstrate how policy and consumer behavior can work together to create an effective closed loop system. Besides, Sweden has turned waste management into an energy source, converting non-recycled waste into the heat electricity for homes with a near zero landfill rate. So Sweden excel in both recycling and waste to energy system, demonstrating a approach to the closing the loop. So in addition to environment benefit, transition to a circular economy create economic opportunities such as a new business models centered of sharing, leasing, and product as a service system. It also reduces depends on the virgin resource, lowering costs for industry and protecting supply chains and resource scarcity. Ultimately, the circular economy offers a sustainable and regeneration solution to closing the loop, reducing waste, and fostering long-term economic and environmental resilience. This shift requires collaboration across government, business, and consumer to create a culture that prioritizes reuse, recycle, and regeneration. That's all from my explanation. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mrs. Aisha, for your view regarding circular economy and the successful country that apply this principle. Next, I will pass the stage to Dr. Aisha, but allow me to explain some of the things regarding recyclable plastics beforehand. There are many types of biodegradable and reusable plastics that have been widely used in our country, especially in shopping mall. There are also many local companies start selling their products by using alternative materials and compostable products for their product packaging. Now, Dr. Aisha, my question is how innovative product designs like this can help tackle plastic waste in Malaysia?
Thank you for the question, Nabiha. Alternative material and innovative product design are crucial for reducing plastic waste and environmental impact in Malaysia. According to a study published by Gator, Mishran Ramuddin 2020, Resources Conservation and Recycling Journal, the development of alternative materials such as biocomposite and biodegradable polymer offer promising solutions. These materials are designed to replace the conventional plastic in various applications, thereby reducing reliance on fossil fuels and decreasing plastic pollution. For example, in Malaysia, bioplastic made from renewable resources like palm oils and starch from corn and potatoes are being developed. This bioplastic break down faster and emit fewer harmful emissions compared to traditional plastic. Additionally, companies like Lego and Toyota are incorporating biodegradable material into their products, setting a precedent for other manufacturers. The study also emphasized the importance of product design in enhancing sustainability of plastic products. By incorporating principles of eco-design, manufacturers in Malaysia can create products that are easier to recycle, have a longer lifespan, and use fewer resources. For example, designing product with fewer components or using modular design can simplify the recycling process and reduce waste. Moreover, the potential of using waste materials such as agricultural residue as feedstock for producing alternative materials. This approach not only diverts waste from landfill but also provides a sustainable source of raw material for for the productions of bioplastics in Malaysia. Thank you. I hope I answered your question.
Okay, yep, certainly, Dr. Aisha. Eco-design is easier to recycle and use less resources than virgin plastics. Reducing plastic waste in Malaysia requires better sorting facilities and advanced technology. Initiatives like Rice KL already use skilled workers to sort plastics, but integrating innovations like AI-driven sorting and improved recycling methods is essential for greater impact. Dr. Aisha, what recent advancements in recycling technologies could help improve plastic waste management in Malaysia, and how can this innovation address the limitations of traditional recycling methods?
Good question, Nabiha. So, improved recycling technologies are essential for managing plastic waste more effectively in Malaysia. According to a study published Alamat Gandhi 2024 in the Environment Journal, recent advancements in recycling technologies have the potential to significantly enhance the efficiency and effectiveness of plastic waste management. The study highlights several key innovations, including advanced sorting technologies, chemical recycling, and the development of more efficient mechanical recycling processes. One of the notable advancements is the use of automated sorting systems that leverage artificial intelligence and machine learning to accurately separate different types of plastics. These improve the quality of recycled material and reduce contamination. Additionally, chemical recycling processes which break down plastic into their basic chemical component offer a solution for recycling plastic that are difficult to process using traditional mechanical methods. This approach can produce high quality recycled materials suitable for manufacturing new plastic products in Malaysia. The research also emphasized the importance of enhancing mechanical recycling processes. Innovation in this area include improved washing and cleaning techniques, as well as the use of additives that enhance the properties of recycling plastic. This advancement can help increase the overall recycling rate and reduce the environmental impact of plastic waste in Malaysia. Thank you.
What a great perspective and solid points from Dr. Aisha. I highly appreciate that. Finally, the discussion almost comes to an end. Let's dive into how we can call all parties to start making changes in Malaysia. We will dive into the third section where we suggest awareness to get the engagement, especially from the communities. In my opinion, to create the engagement using social media like statistics, there is also a trend that we should use to boost the algorithm on the internet. For example, Alam Flora Sendirian Berhad has always used hashtag Jom Rawat Bumi to boost media engagement on Instagram. Even though this only gave a small impact to create public awareness and gain the engagement, there are three things: public awareness, community engagement, and behavioral change. How this can contribute to sustainable development and economic progress? Could you tell us in detail, Sir Aaron?
Thank you, Ms. Nabiha, and kudos to you for doing a great job as a moderator today. So, coming back to the question, public awareness, community engagement, and behavioral change are the three critical pillars for fostering sustainable development and economic growth. So, let me break it down for you. Firstly, public awareness. Public awareness serves as the foundation for any transformative change. When individuals understand the implication of their actions, they are more likely to adopt sustainable behaviors. For instance, in Malaysia, campaigns like Say No to Plastic Bags have significantly reduced single use plastic in major cities. However, the impact extends beyond environmental benefit, it also influences the economy. By reducing dependency on disposable items, businesses are encouraged to innovate and invest in sustainable alternatives, creating new economic opportunities and job markets. A report by Bank Negara Malaysia 2024 highlighted that consumers' demand for eco-friendly products has grown by 20% annually, reflecting how public awareness drives market shifts and support green industries. Well, talking about community engagement amplifies the impact of public awareness. When communities comes together, they can create collective solutions that addresses local challenges. For example, the River of Life project in Kuala Lumpur combined public participation, government efforts, and private investments to rehabilitate polluted rivers. The result? Cleaner rivers, improved tourism revenue, and increased property values along the riverbanks. Well, talking about economically, community-driven initiatives like the reduce reliance on costly government interventions by fostering shared responsibility. It also promotes inclusivity, ensuring that economic benefits reach all segments of society, especially marginalized communities. Well, finally, behavioral change. It's that ultimate goal where raising awareness and engaging communities are only effective if they lead to a shift in individual and collective behavior. From an economic perspective, sustainable behaviors such as reducing waste, conserving energy, and supporting local businesses contribute to long-term savings and economic resilience. For instance, studies shows that households that adopt energy-efficient practices saves an average of 500 ringgit annually on utility bills. On a larger scale, these savings reduce Malaysia's energy import dependency, improving the country's trade balance and economic stability. Hope that answers your question, Nabiha.
Okay, thank you, Sir Aaron. I totally understand that these are important for us to start adopting a sustainable consumption practice, especially when you talk about how we can save up to 500 ringgit with energy efficient habit on households. Bukit Gasing Assemblyman Rajiv Rishakaran has launched the Cash for Trash programs where residents can earn money by selling their rubbish. Mr. Aaron, as an economist yourself, how can this kind of economic incentives can promote awareness and drive behavioral change to the Malaysians?
Well, talking about economic incentives, these are the powerful tools to encourage positive behaviors. Well, here are a few examples that I know. Well, tax incentives, like governments can offer tax rebates for individuals and businesses that adopt sustainable practices. For example, providing tax deductions for companies that implement green technologies can encourage broader adoption while stimulating the economic activity in the renewable energy sector. Well, talking about subsidies, subsidizing eco-friendly products and services makes them more accessible to the public. In Malaysia, subsidies for public transport have increased ridership, reducing traffic congestion and carbon emissions while generating economic benefits through improved productivity. Finally, penalties for unsustainable practices. On the flip side, imposing fines or higher taxes on environmentally harmful behaviors, such as excessive waste generation, can discourage such practices and fund sustainability programs. Thank you.
Okay, it's true. By giving a reward or penalty can influence people's behavior. A fine for those who live in unsustainable consumption habit by the authorities can encourage them to change for good. Now, some of you guys may have enjoyed this discussion. Unfortunately, this forum is coming to an end. Allow me to summarize this forum beforehand. Closing the loop for plastic pollution can be an urgent call to all the Malaysians out there to start adapting themselves with more sustainable lifestyle. Investing yourself more on reusable water bottle or tumbler as well as fabric shopping bags to reduce plastic waste. The challenges of managing domestic and imported plastic waste faced by the government and businesses really give a hard time to tackle plastic pollution crisis. This also may impact environmental and our health. For your opinion, Dr. Ismail, what are your expectations for the Malaysian in the next 5 to 10 years?
In my opinion, I hope Malaysians unite to cut plastic waste by choosing reusable options, championing recycling, and sparking eco-friendly innovation. Let's protect our future and keep Malaysia beautiful. Go green, keep Malaysia green.
Okay. How about you, Mrs. Ash? As the CEO of a well-known company, what are you looking for in the future?
Thank you, Nabiha, for asking me. So, ladies and gentlemen, as we look toward the future of Malaysian plastic pollution crisis, there is a hope for a more sustainable and eco-friendly world. By improving our recycling system, we can make it easier for the people to recycle and reduce the amount of waste that end up in the landfill or our ocean. So let us act now because the future of our planet depends on the choice that we make it today. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Yeah, it's true. This topic has to be taken into consideration to ensure that not just because of advanced in producing local automobile, but also we have made changes towards the sustainable of our beloved country. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us for today's forum. Have a good day and I will see you guys next time. Thank you.